Hey, what is up? Welcome back. We are here. I am Who Haves. That's how you guys know me. We're gonna do some drafts. Probably might just do one. We'll see. I'm just trying to sneak one in on a Friday night. Got to get to bed at a reasonable time. I wake up at 3:30 a.m. on Saturdays, so we'll see if I can't sneak a draft or two in. How is everyone doing? Or is anybody out there? Either way, I while we let a couple people kind of filter in, if we're gonna have people filter in, I will go over. I did a dog bowl earlier. I got the 101. Uh, I'm not sure how I really feel about it. That one I accidentally autoed, and this is the other one. We got the 101. Obviously, it took CMC. I really wanted to pull Trey McBride up because I feel very confident that he's going to separate at that position this week. I don't love the Quinshot matchups myself, but a lot of people that I kind of respect like the matchup a lot this week. I just think they're going to be too far behind for it to matter. Uh, and then I guess I bungled it because I took Jerry Judy as well. I forgot that I had Quinshon. So there's that. It's whatever. That team's dead. We're all good. I did it barely awake. So there we go. So now we are going to go ahead and enter a fourth quarter for anybody who wants to join. We're going to enter right now. And if things go well, we will go ahead and do multiples of these. This could take a while to fill, so we are waiting on 6. I actually need to. What's up, Quill? How we doing? Thanks for dropping that pick'em in there. I will tell that on Sunday morning, most likely. I posted a few of my pick'ems. Like posted my prize pick one this week. The one I'm not sure about. I feel good about Luther Burden with DJ Moore out. I think he's going to get an increased role. I think Caleb Williams being in the dome is really good. I think he's going to be able to move around a little bit and avoid the blitz to let people get open downfield. And his line is only like 19 and a half yards. So I scaled that up to 29.5. And I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. It's scary because he's only done that a couple times, right? Like if we look at, I guess on this one we can't do that. We'll go over here. But yeah, actually, here we go. We'll just click on him. And like, he got there this week. He actually got there last week. So we got to start set question here. DeAndre Swift or RJ Harvey, full PPR. I think I play Swift. Let's go look at fantasy points real quick and see what the matchup says. We will go to running back. And so rushing yards. We will go there. And the Kansas City is down here in like almost all the metrics. But I don't think it really matters in that game. Like last year, Denver did really well versus Kansas City offensively. And I do think that like they're both the lead back. Like Manungai's role did get reduced, but Harvey is about to get the full role as well. And Minnesota is also pretty good against the run, if I remember right. Or they're actually not as good against the run. So, And then let's go with rushing touchdowns and look and see what that is as well. They've given up 6 and Kansas City's given up 4. The Rams have still only given up a single rushing touchdown. So these stats kind of lean towards DeAndre Swift as well. I think that both of those teams. I think the Bears are going to be up in that game. I personally like them to win. I actually need to place that bet because I believe you get 3 points right now on the Bears. So we will be doing that eventually. But yeah, I would go with DeAndre Swift myself. And I actually like Harvey this week. I've taken him a couple times in the dailies. I've done less dailies this week, but I've taken him a couple times. I think he has gigantic ceiling. And Minnesota is actually really, really good, I guess, against the pass. Is what I was hearing earlier. No, they're middle of the pack against both. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I just go with Swift because, like, Kansas City against the pass. Oh, that's rushing touchdown still. So, in receiving yards, Kansas City, the best in the league. Rushing yards, Kansas City is down here. If you go with against pass, like total passing. Oh, this is okay. That's still with the position. Hold on a second. So we are now on running backs and yards. And Kansas City's way down here. And the Vikings are, there. So I just think that the numbers say Kansas City's got a good defense. But last year it didn't really matter. Whenever they played well together. It was a game environment that scored a bunch of points. And one of those games was the game that KC also allowed them to score all the points because they wanted the Bengals to not be in the playoffs. And if you're just popping in, if you can smash the like, that'd be great. We have Vaporware here at the 101. Him So Smart at the 102. I got the 108. I've been living at the back half of this board in this contest. I do kind of like the back end of the board. I think there's the top 4 picks are awesome. I don't have JSN in the top 4. I have the running backs. Oh no, it's the top 3 that I like. I haven't taken much CMC in this contest because you don't have your guy week 1. But you get Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Chicago. I'm going to go ahead and take him. That'll be my first or second share. This is my 16th draft. But with that, I will possibly not take any more CMC or any more Week 14 buys. We will see how that plays out. I do not have any eliminators left. Thanks for asking, though. Like, Dirty P, I think, has 2 still left. So that is awesome. And I think Vaporware has one. If Vaporware's here, I believe Vaporware has one still alive as well. What's up, Emo? How we doing? We're just in for a quick stream tonight before I'll probably, after this draft, pop out, give the floor over to Degens Dads. Mostly because I would like to go to sleep at some point tonight. All right, so I'm not a huge fan of taking the Week 14 guys, but I plan on doing like 50 of these, and I don't want 0 CMC just because of the schedule. Tennessee and Week 17, you get Chicago. Like the Week 17 Chicago matchup for CMC could absolutely be what you need. And I don't want to do do 40 or 50 of these and have zero CMC, even if I don't advance any to the finals. I don't want to, say that I took zero and that is what you needed. Uh, so I have done my own custom rankings. If anybody's interested in them and they would like to lose alongside me, just hit me up in the Discord. We could lose together. It'd be great. It'd be fantastic. Yes, we will go with Justin Jefferson. It does scare me a little bit, but what he gets Washington, Dallas, the Giants, and Detroit, like that is such a good matchup. Like all the Vikings players, they're like if JJ McCarthy gets it figured out, the Vikings schedule for the postseason is insane. Like absolutely insane. Are you kidding me? They get Dallas, Giants, and Detroit, and in this contest, they tack on Washington. Like how much better could it be? All they're missing is Tennessee, right? Like that is it. So I do really like the Vikings in this as a high upside play, and I do believe that JJ McCarthy can't throw the ball worse, right? Like he's had a pretty rough go. Like he may not get better, but it'll be hard for him to throw the ball worse. So that like it's all only positive news here. Like all you can get is positive news. It can't get much more negative than the way you have it. Like if he gets hurt, that's not really negative news, right? Like Carson Wentz made Jefferson serviceable. If he is healthy but continues to throw the ball bad, like that's what you signed up for because that's what's happening right now. I just think there's a decent chance that he does like it. He's got to get better. Like he's so amped up. It's only his fourth game ever in the NFL. He also didn't have a lot of starts in college. And it's kind of like watching Bo Nix this year. They're both so amped up the whole game. They're just sailing throws over and over again. Like both of them have good ability to get outside the pocket and to like kind of create a little bit. And then whenever the play opens up, they're missing the throws. So I think that there's a chance it gets better. I'm not going to say it definitely does, though. All right, so Brock, like I also have Trey McBride ahead of Brock Bowers in this contest. The anti-Kyler Murray news is huge for them, and Judkins has an awesome schedule for this as well. So I have a bag of Judkins. You get Tennessee, Chicago, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh. Those are some really good defense. And Chase Brown's not bad either. Buffalo, Baltimore, Miami. Although Miami's rush defense has been a lot better recently. So they were really bad the first several weeks of the season, but they have been much improved over the last 4 weeks. We have that's an early pick for Jalen Waddle, but I do have him moved up my board to 40. That's about the earliest I've seen, but I don't hate it. I think if you guys played Bestball last year, Jalen Waddle was going in the second round, right? So I do not hate that, and I would like Harvey to fall to me, and I do like Rome as well in this. I think I want the extra running back because I don't have the week 14 guy. I'm not going to move all the way down to one of these guys though. So I will take Rome or Harvey. There is a case to be made to just take Jalen Hurts and to be done at quarterback. I don't personally agree that that's a great idea. But if I'm going to take an elite quarterback and go with a one only quarterback, I think it has to be or Josh Allen, Lamar, or Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been incredibly consistent on points. He may not have been last week. What did he do last week? I think actually last week was by far his worst, right? It was his only one under like 18 points, I think. So if we look at the log, he had 12 points last week, which is by far his worst. But he had 25, 24, 21. And then I guess he had another bad one here against KC. But I mean, he's pretty much 20 points, 7 of 9 games. And like those two 11-point games, that could easily eliminate you. That's why I don't really buy into the solo quarterback stuff for this contest. If you want to roll the dice, like you can, like, because if you hit the smash plays at the other position, you can bring along a quarterback that had 12 points. Like I've been in pods that's happened to where, because you had Gibbs and Achane, it didn't matter what quarterback you had. So if you only had one, you're good, right? So, but I do like Harvey quite a bit for the contest as well. He's been getting more usage, and it kind of feels like J.K. Dobbins was like, it's not confirmed, but it feels like he's going to be out for at least 4 weeks. I don't see him like I think if Dobbins comes back, it'll be for the postseason. But we will. That is just a vibes thing for me. All right, we got. I would take. We'll take old Cortland Sutton here. I haven't taken him a whole lot in this contest. I'm kind of going close to ADP. I got a little bit of a fall on Quinshon Judkins. I would love. So after Benson and Aaron Jones, there's not a whole lot of running backs available. And the running backs after this feel pretty ugly. So I'm going to kind of be relying on Judkins and Harvey to smash in those weeks. But like if I get CMC on to the next week, like I'm absolutely crushing. So we got Ladd McConkey goes right here. Yeah, I've done this a bunch. Like I've been on this side of the board a lot, and I tend to take Ladd McConkey and then Herbert if I can. This guy right here, CeeDee Lamb, 5 RBs. He brings up Woody Marks. Not bad. I will take Aaron Jones here. Get a little team stack bet with Justin Jefferson. There aren't really any more Lions to take. I could take Laporta later. Laporta usually doesn't go till later, so we will see if Laporta is here. Let's actually look at his ADP. I know he goes close to now. I have Laporta moved a little bit down in my rankings because I really like Gadsden in the contest. So, but yeah, we have the guy in the 5-hole here stacking up Lions, Jared Goff with Montgomery and JMO. I'm going to assume that they will take Laporta if they're there at 77. And I actually haven't landed a JJ McCarthy team yet in this. This is my 16th, I think, or 17th. And I would like to land a JJ McCarthy. After, like, the timeline was after the bye. And they have a 12 bye. So the target's week 13. It's not guaranteed he'll be back 13. But this contest doesn't start till week 14. So I actually feel very good about starting him then. About picking him up. I've got quite a bit of Hampton in this. And it is a gamble. it's also a gamble because, to be honest with you, the Chargers don't actually have that good of a schedule. Because they go to Philly. No, they get Philly at home, at Kansas City, then they get Dallas, but then Houston. They finish with Houston. So they get 3 of the top 6 defenses in the league in that stretch, with their offensive line being very banged up. So it may not be great, but I am a believer in Hampton. I'm a believer in Justin Herbert. I think that they'll be able to at least score a little bit during that time. And this is the guy I was willing, I'm not taking him here. But yeah, actually that is kind of close to where I take him. I can't remember where I have him ranked. Oh, I have him ranked 28. So I am taking him there. I lied to everybody. You're welcome. Welcome to the network. We have. I'm very bullish on Dalton Kincaid for the contest as well. He has been I'm going to be the reason that his ADP goes up. I've been taking him around here over and over and over again. He gets Cincinnati, the best matchup you could possibly ask for in the first week. And he is the number 1 target for Josh Allen when he's healthy. Yes, that's 3 good defenses at the back end, but if all he does is gets me through the first week, because the first week is the hardest advance rate before the finals, I am 100% fine with taking the best possible, Josh Allen's number 1 target versus the best possible matchup that he could have. So I actually really, really like Kincaid for this contest, specifically for this contest. Yeah, and the as Quill re-emphasizes, that the Chargers' schedule for the postseason is not easy. I have a whole bunch of Shaheed. We're gonna go ahead and do that. What quarterbacks are left? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with Alec Pierce here. McCarthy goes at 131. I have him ranked at 123. I haven't been seeing him go. I've been seeing him go before 113. My goal is to get him here, which is, around ADP. I definitely need. This is definitely going to be a 3 quarterback team. And I feel pretty good about these running backs. Yes, I'm only going to have 3 for the first week. But Judkins, Harvey, and Jones, I believe, all have decent matchups because Aaron Jones has Washington. He has that same matchup. He gets Washington's run D in the first week, and then he goes to Dallas, and then the Giants. And that is, for those of you who do not know, over here, we got the Giants, 2nd worst, Commanders, 4th worst, and Cowboys, 10th worst against the run. Oh, I didn't share the tab. So Giants, Commanders, Cowboys. And then you look at I thought Chicago would be up. I was thinking Chicago was up here. Where is Chicago? Oh, they're 14. Okay. So they're just a little bit further down. But they've been a lot worse recently as well, if I remember correctly. I will have to double check that on myself. So all the quarterbacks do kind of start going around here. I moved Joe Burrow up to 95, and I took a bunch of him at 95 this week, and I think by next week he's going to be going in the 70s. I think he'll be in round 7 here by next week. And last week he was in the last round because there was no news about him practicing or anything, so there was no reason to be in on it. And Trey Tucker to me is one of the better picks on the in the contest, but I have a bunch of Trey Tucker, so we're gonna actually diversify a little bit and take Tez Johnson here, who I have ranked. I have him ranked fairly close, but I have a whole bunch of Rashid Shaheed and a whole bunch of Jawan Jennings and a whole bunch of Trey Tucker right now because I'm doing that. Because I was going off my rankings. I've got enough of those players that I would like to diversify a little bit. I need to actually upload my CSV for this if I'm going to continue. What is up, Pepper Tony? Thanks for popping in. Do you see my really bad touchdown bet? I actually think it's a reasonable touchdown only bet, but it's still a touchdown only bet. We'll reach down. We'll take JJ McCarthy. We'll sink this team. We get JJ McCarthy. We got Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson. So building out that little team stack there. And like I really like I said it a couple times, but the schedule that the Vikings have, Washington, Dallas, Giants, Detroit, is just phenomenal. So I'm probably going to be overexposed to all the Vikings, and that's probably what's going to sink me in this contest. But we did pretty well in the third quarter. I could run another one. I was planning on bouncing after the first one because DJ and Dad starts in like 4 minutes. I was just wanting to pop in and do something. If we get more than 5 viewers, like we have 4 viewers right now, if it gets up to 10, 11, 12 or something, I will. Like, I'll run another one. But if it's, no offense, if it's just like four people, I'm probably going to head to bed. I just spent the last hour, what's up, Hulk? Or if everybody wants to do, like if everybody in the chat does want to do one, I could run another one. I don't have to go to bed soon, but I spent like the last hour and a half like prepping meat because I'm cooking for at work tomorrow, cooking some pulled pork. So we got all that done already. And then I had a little extra time, so I thought I'd at least pop in for a draft. Just help the algo out. I haven't been drafting as often. I haven't been live as often. So I want to try to get my algorithm to go back up. Yeah, I want some Luther Burden. I have these exposures are correct, by the way, because I just did that. So I have 26% Luther Burden right now in this contest. I'm fine with that. I uploaded the rank. I uploaded them earlier, but it doesn't have the tool doesn't work, so I can't look at combinations. Yeah, I told everybody at work I hope they like hair in their food. And we'll see how that turns out. No, I yeah, I actually make my pulled pork with honey. I do sweet I put a whole bunch of heat into it, and then I put sweet barbecue and honey in it, and it's pretty good. Like, and that's other people saying that. I will go ahead and say that other people say that it's pretty good. Why not? What could go wrong betting on JJ McCarthy this heavy? What could go wrong? What else could go wrong? When in Rome, like JJ, we're gonna go. We could go solo JJ McCarthy, but we are not that brave. We are absolutely not that brave. Yeah, so I generally prefer Harold Pannon there. I don't like TJ Hawkinson, by the way. I pointed this out on Disco's stream, or Yeah, it was Disco's stream with because Sleaze was over and over again saying how he liked TJ Hawkinson a lot this week. And he could be right. Like, the matchup's fine, but the JJ McCarthy starts. Week 1, 15 yards. Week 2, 12 yards, 13 air and 19 air. Week 9, 11 yards, 15 in the air. Yes, he got a touchdown. Week 10, 8 yards. Like, that is not good. Look at all the weeks without JJ McCarthy. 49, 39, 38, 43, 26. He was over 26 every week without JJ McCarthy. And with JJ McCarthy, his high is 15. Like, that is, somebody doesn't understand that throwing to tight ends is what rookies are supposed to do, right? Like, isn't that what you're supposed to do as a rookie? Like, lean on your tight end? Do you think regrets leaving Detroit and Talkins? I don't think any player ever regrets doing that. They may like, because he was talking about like how they didn't know how to use him, right? Is that what it was? I mean, I think it's kind of wild that they drafted like Laporta is just absolutely him on that same team, right? The quarterback the same. So the Lions were rebuilding that year, so it made sense to trade Hawk. And if Hawk was going to talk crap on the way out, he obviously wasn't going to re-sign there. All right, so I definitely want another quarterback. And I actually like backstacking CJ Stroud in this contest, by the way. So, like, if you look at Houston here, they've been doing some things to get their offensive line a little better. But Christian Kirk, ADP 189. Jalen Noel, ADP 194. Jaden Higgins, ADP 168. Like, you can easily backstack Houston right now. I'm not saying, like, I'm investing into some high variance offenses here, right? Like, this could be the two worst quarterbacks drafted in this entire thing, right? Like, it's JJ McCarthy and CJ Stroud. Like, everything could go wrong. Absolutely everything could go wrong. And I'm here for it. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, as you've seen, I have Jaden Higgins moved up in the ranks a little bit. But Jaden Higgins has caught a touchdown, I believe, the last 2 weeks in a row. We will look it up here in a second. We'll share this tab and we will go look at the game log. Okay, it's 2 of 3. So he got a touchdown last week. He didn't get one in week 9. And then in week 8, this one was actually with Stroud. The Denver game, like, we all forget that game happened. Nobody's like, that was the RJ Harvey over game that literally no one went over. Like, there was like 1 or 2 players that hit a single over prop in the entire game. It was an awful game for fantasy. That Thursday night game, not this past week, but the week before. So I think we can excuse him for not performing in that game where Denver, they just didn't adjust to Denver doing the things to apply all the pressure. Like, they just left their left tackle out there one-on-one against Bonita, and it wasn't pretty. Like, it was not at all. He obviously was failing over and over again. So what do? Just leave him out there. He'll get better. We're gonna make him earn his paycheck this week. He's gonna earn it. That's what we're doing here. We're gonna make this guy feel bad. That's our goal this game, is to make our left tackle feel bad about himself and possibly lose confidence for a while. But and then the next week, they started giving him all kinds of help, and their offense worked. It's wild. Maybe you do that when you have one of the best pass rushers in the league on him. It didn't make any sense to me. All right, so Brian Robinson is a fun play for this contest too. So Brian Robinson has actually got a I don't really want just those two quarterbacks. I'll take a Jacoby Brissett share here. We'll just do that, and then I probably need to take some running backs. I'm not sure who's been following what Brian Robinson's been doing, but I believe he's got 40 plus yards in three straight games, something like that. Okay, 2 straight games. So he missed. Did he not play? I don't know what happened in this game, the Houston game. I don't remember anything about that game, honestly. But he had 36 yards, a nothing burger, and then 53 and 45. And he's got good coach speak this last week. He's got a touchdown the last 2 weeks as well. They've started using him a lot more and also using him in the red zone. I think he's a really solid pickup right now in this contest. We will just go by the rankings here and take Chris Rodriguez. All right, so I did a couple 1.5 TD pick'ems with Hawk since the multiplier was 19 times early in the week. He's done nothing all year, so figured why not. I just look at who I paired him with. I have 2 slips with Michael Wilson. What do you mean, lucked into that CLV? Oh, yeah. Sorry. And actually, Michael Wilson, I don't know if you were here yesterday, or not yesterday, but Wednesday whenever I streamed. I think Michael, it took me a second. But yeah, I got there. I think Michael Wilson is a fantastic pick in this contest. If Marv is back by then, and he should be, the Bengals have that shutdown corner now. They're not going to put him on Michael Wilson, right? But nobody else on the team can cover. If nobody else on the team can cover, Michael Wilson is going to be roaming free. I mean, it's going to be a trade for Friday game. That's what really is going to happen. But somebody else is also going to score. Yeah, he's still in the 200s. He has been a target of mine. See, 202. That's actually the reason. I wasn't going to say it until you brought that up, but that's the reason I took Jacoby Brissett, is to backstack Michael Wilson with him. I mean, it's also a stack with Houston, and you get the best possible matchup in Week 17 against Cincinnati. I know no matchup with Michael Wilson is the best possible matchup. If MH here, if you're watching, how dare you subscribe? But no, that's a good pick. I think that's a really good pick. I have 40% Pat Bryant. Stop me if you've heard that before. Yeah, I mean, I've actually got a couple subscribers this week after I put that video out. So maybe some people watched and liked. I got a couple comments from people that I don't know. Yeah, I love Pat Bryant in this contest too. He's starting to see he's getting targets every single game. They're starting like Mims is unhealthy and not been that good when he's been in the game. So I like I'm probably wrong, but I think that and Taysom Hill was actually the other play. Like I was kind of hoping Taysom came back. Like with a room like this with Kincaid, Hawkinson, I love adding on Taysom Hill. It feels really good. And Caleb Johnson has sneakily been getting a couple more carries, right? Like he's not done a lot with them, but he's got a couple carries each week. I'm going to look it up real quick in another screen before I make the pick. Okay. Never mind. He's got 2 and 1. That is more. That is definitely more. But this is the other pick. Like, I should probably go elsewhere, but I think you just chase what is good points. And I think John Mechie is a really good pick that will be moving up in the rankings as well. I have Isaiah Davis way up there. Like, that's probably the pick I should have made. But anyway, the team we have right now, we finished with, is a 3-5-8-3 or 3-5-8-2. McCarthy, Stroud, Brissett. We didn't get the late stack with Michael Wilson. CMC, Judkins, Harvey, Aaron Jones, Chris Rodriguez. That's just a flyer. We're really hoping that these 3 work week 1. And then Rodriguez, he's just an extra flyer for the Minnesota matchup. And then if we make it to the second week, like we have CMC plus 2, like 1 or 2 guys there, right? Wide receivers, Jefferson, Sutton, Pierce, Tez Johnson, Luther Burden, Jaden Higgins, Pat Bryant, John Mechie. That's a lot of upside. Like, that is just a lot of upside. We have a solid player. Like, Alec Pierce and Cortland Sutton are very solid to do something. Burden, Higgins, Mechie, all huge upsides. And then Dalton Kincaid, TJ Hawkinson. Like, if JJ McCarthy is horrific, the team's dead anyway, so I don't need the third tight end. And if he's fine, Hawkinson should at least score some points every week. So that is it here. Who in the chat wants to do one? If we get enough people to say they would like to do one, I will do a second one, and then that will be the end of it. If not, I will go chill and hang out in the Degen Dad chat. I'm fine with either one. You guys can decide what we do. Not a big deal either way to me. So we can look at my exposures for this right now as well. So Pat Bryant, well, that's not right. It's only 13 teams. Why is it not? We will see. It's been stuck at 13. All right, so 43% Pat Bryant, Aaron Jones 43%, Judkins 37%, Shaheed 37%. So, like, these are the plays. These are the plays that I've pretty much talked about all these plays as plays that should go up. I stopped taking Jerry Jeudy at one point because I was getting way too much of him as well. So, but the Cleveland offense is so cheap. Like, Judkins is decently priced, but his matchups are awesome. They have a really good schedule down the stretch. And like Jerry Jeudy goes a pick 100-ish. So like he should, like, I don't like that's too cheap if they're gonna actually throw the ball. Jefferson, I have too much of. I don't like that I have that much of him. I definitely need to trim that, but I have a little bit of JJ McCarthy. That's kind of a bet that I've been making. Yeah, so if it's just no offense, Pepper Tony, I will log into another one and then stop the stream. I I will do another one, but we could just chat in the Discord, and I'll go ahead and end the stream. And tomorrow night, I will be on Big Draft Energy channel. We do the Start Sit show on his channel at 6 p.m. Central. I will be on there. I may end up going live later that night to either do more of these or to go through my DFS thoughts, because I haven't even looked at the salary stuff yet. But I plan to, I'm definitely going to do it. I mean, I could just do that on stream, or I could do more of these. I don't know. We'll see how I feel after we stream for 2 hours. So, peace out, everybody. I'm entering in 10 seconds. Peace.